There's a carpet that was outside that I scrubbed down and cleaned and brought in today. Early in the morning, I went on a 3-mile walk. And I came home. I made barley and chicken and rice soup mixed with barley. That was the main entree of the day. I also had a yogurt and baked beans and some cottage cheese. That was unusual. Here's my porch. Then I said, well, I've got to do something, so I painted these steps. Let me get the light on out here. I've got some light. I got a motion light I put up years ago. Oh, yes. Let me get down here. This is a patio table that I painted. Let me get the light on if I can get it. What's this rug doing out here? It didn't come on, is it? It didn't come on. I guess that one's out. Let's try to get the other one on. Down out here. The old lady walking around. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. So there's the picnic table. I painted these steps. I scraped them. I tried to get the old paint off. And it's it's strange because I mixed a kind of yellow paint and a navy blue paint and some leftover white and gray type paint. And it came out a green color that's almost the same color as the sea foam on my house. It's weird. I mean, it was marked that way, so I know it was mixed because I saw some of the blue. And it was like a navy blue, and it's weird because I just mixed them all together, and it almost, I wonder, I said, well, somewhere deep in your psyche, you know what to mix. See? And this is a table I painted. And then I guess we've got some elderberry growing along the fence and stuff that needs to come off. And the pretty lady light, put her lights up there. Okay, so the lawn will need to be mowed. The next thing is this shed over here. I don't know if you can see it. Inside there is paperwork from my parents and these Armstrong bins and paperwork from my brother and paperwork from me. Unfortunately, in the bins, everything's mixed. So I was going to take the table and separate Mom and Dad's paperwork, Johnny's paperwork, and my paperwork. And then also have a bin that was just photographs and greeting cards. But that's another day. So we have a few things. We're running down, though. We are running down of things. There's the paperwork in the shed. We're going to clean the shed out in general. Anyway, I painted this table. And some guy was across the street with a lawnmower. You know, when we're riding on, it was like he was the same 15 feet. And I said, well, you know, I usually outlast these people because I'm out for an hour and a half, and the lawn mowing takes 20 minutes. Anyway, I'm on down her. Of course, you know, we did the porch earlier this week. Yes. All right, headed in. Oh, and then that crazy woman, she said, you can't go out. This kind of ticked me off because I've been abiding by all the rules. I did steal 2 grapefruits from an old tree today, and I squished them and I put them in my orange diet soda. I mixed the grapefruit juice into them. What ticked me off was, she says, last week, there was a whole thing about people hoarding. I never did that. I had like 10 rolls of toilet paper anyway, because I've always tried to keep a normal stock. So I went in normally I said I'll get 10. I think the longest I went out was 10 days. But I said, no, I'll do 10 days, I'll do 7. And they said, yes, it's best to do 7 days. Now that was last week. They said, don't take too much, don't take too little, get about 7 days and just go out once a week. But she came on TV and said, we don't want anybody going to the pharmacy or the grocery store for 2 weeks. And I said, well, my supply runs out Thursday, and I have just enough for me and the dogs until Thursday morning. So anyway, I've done research. I wear my mask, wear my gloves, I wear my goggles. I put a sanitary on my hands before I go in the store, on the gloves, on the actual gloved hand, and then I put sanitation on the gloves as I go back home, but I leave the gear on until I'm home. Also, I have discovered you don't need your handbag. I'm going to leave the handbag in the trunk and just take my driver's license and my debit card. But now they're complaining about they want this reader thing. Well, I'm sorry. They're going to take my debit card, or, I don't know what they do. They'll have to take the debit card. I'll bring my credit card and my debit card in. Anyway, hopefully that's where we stand right now. Okay, thank you and have a good evening. I have to watch my YouTube. That's all I've got. Oh, my new phone is out. The Moto G8 Power Lite, but it hadn't hit Best Buy yet. And another thing I have that I could do is program my computer, because I had taken it down to put MP3 players on it. So it's an all-in-one Hewitt Packard, and then I have the printer scanner is supposed to do all the stuff. But when I took the stuff out of the back, the conductial cables and peripherals, and then when I put the printer back, it's not recognizing the printer. So I think I need to uninstall the printer and then reinstall the printer, and I'll have to find all the paperwork to do that. Of course, there's my VITA stuff or tax prep, but I don't know if we're going to be doing it. All right, thank you and have a good evening.